prepping situation, you may even ration that more. But let's just go through it so you can see. So you have 20 meals provided at a pound each for $8.98, which is right here for the rice. Now, secondly, that goes along with it, because you always hear rice and beans, beans and rice. It's these beans. These are pinto beans. Again, 20.
Okay, so I'm getting ready to do my test, and I'm using the self-test at home results in 15 minutes iHealth COVID-19 antigen rapid test. And these are the tests that they sent through the mail from the government. Okay, I'm going to take this swab and I am going to swab my nose. So let me adjust this camera back up here for just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to swab. And you want to stick this up in there quite a bit. And I want to make sure that I'm swabbing anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds just to make sure I get an adequate supply to put into the tube. Then I want to take this tube, which I have here, and I'm just going to tap it. Let me switch this camera back. Okay, now I'm going to take the top off of this. I'm going to stick this entire thing into here. And I'm going to make sure that this is very, very hard to keep my camera straight. Anyway, I'm going to make sure that I swab this in there for at least 15 times around the bottom. 15 times or more, because I want to make sure that I do get it done correctly. Okay, so let's get through this. Okay, as you're bringing it out, you want to make sure you squeeze the sides, because you want to get as much out of that swab as you can. You want to make sure you have enough in here to test. After you have expressed everything, take your swab and dispose of it properly. And go ahead and put this top back on. I'm going to take my test kit here. Screw the top from this, and I'm going to add 3 drops into the well container here. So drop 1, drop 2, and drop 3. To get these test results, it's going to take 15 minutes. So my timer has started, and I will come back in 15 minutes to share with you the results. Okay, now that I have that part done, I'm going to let the test sit and go through its process for the next 15 minutes. Now this test is going to see if my COVID is any better, or if it's going to test negative. If so, then that means that I was at the end of my COVID, or if it's still testing positive. Either way, it may give me a little bit of information. Like I said, I don't know when I got it, but it does help to know when I am over it. So I am concerned about that. I want to be able to, start going back around people. Let me make sure I can get them in the camera here. So you can see it is still positive. If you look real close, you can see the faint line. But one good thing about it is that coming in for you to see. Okay, let's see that. You can see the faint line. But that line is a lot lighter than it was the other day. I'm going to see if I can get it to come in. And it's also a little better. But that is how you do the test. I believe the test is pretty accurate. Okay, so I have completed the test, and I hope that you understood how to do it. It's a very, very easy test to do. If you do happen to get the test that has the orange vial and has a little attachment to it, that attachment is for you to open and to squirt into that orange vial. So they have two tests that they sent. So I had one test where I had to add the liquid to, and then of course the updated test where everything came in the vial together. But it is time to look at the results. It's almost 15 minutes. I think I have about another minute left, but I can already tell what my test results are, so I'm going to go ahead and share them with you. So you can see it is still positive. If you look real close, you can see the faint line. But one good thing about it is when I first took the test, I'd say I wasn't feeling good, so I just decided, like I said, to take the test. But anyway, when I took the test probably about 4 days ago, it was dark. That line was dark, positive. And that's when I did the test several times to confirm. So I've tested every other day and then decided to test today. And as you can see, it has a faint line, but it's not as prominent as it was. Let me see if I can dim this light and if that helps as far as coming in for you to see. So I said on here, let's see if you look. His objections would vanish in a flash. I don't agree. You can see the faint T line that comes in. But like I said the other day, it was a lot darker. So once this line totally disappears, then I should be good to go. So I would think, like I had said, by Thursday or by Friday, I should be good. But, I'll probably take another test tomorrow. And if that line is faint enough, trying to see if I can just get it where you all can see it. But if that line is faint enough, if it fades out and it doesn't show up, like I said, then I'll be good to go. But that is how you do the test. I believe the test is pretty accurate. Okay. So now I'm going to get up, go wash my hands really well, make sure that you dispose of everything that you use. And like I said, I have 4 more tests that I can use. So I will use one of those tests to retest my husband, because I did test him, and his came back negative still. So I am going to test him tomorrow, and I will test myself again tomorrow or the next day. And I'm hoping that I'll be clear. I had said at first that I should be clear by Friday for sure, and it looks like I was pretty well on point with that. So just wanted to share that with you. You know, still keep me in your prayers, and we'll pray for each other. So as of now, I am doing okay. My symptoms aren't what they are so bothersome. I reported everything to my doctor's office today, especially since I tested positive. It was like close to the weekend, and I didn't get to report it because I was so surprised. And then when I did decide to report it, the weekend had already begun, and then I realized it was an extra long weekend, so I would have to wait until Tuesday to report to my doctor's office in case there was anything special that I needed to do. I've been feeling okay. I haven't had a whole bunch of bothersome symptoms. Every now and then I've had a little bit of diarrhea, a little bit of stomach cramping, and then the feeling that I had of the stuffiness and the congestion. All of those things are gone. Knock on wood, I haven't had a lot of that to deal with. My husband is still doing okay. He doesn't have any symptoms or anything. So I'm thankful for that. Also, I'm continuing making sure that I'm staying hydrated, and I'm drinking a lot of water and liquids. Today I actually had some coffee, which I haven't had coffee in a while, but I added the coffee back into my diet because I want to make sure that I am intermittent fasting as long as I can. And the reason I added the coffee in because it's more like a bulletproof coffee. It helps me, except for I don't use the MCT oil. I use 2 teaspoons of heavy whipping cream, and then a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of a zero sugar Hershey's chocolate syrup that I put into my coffee, and I drink that, and it tastes good to me. You can serve it and make it like an iced coffee like that if you want. You can add in a little bit of MCT oil if you want, but I just add in a little bit of the heavy whipping cream because I really don't want it to affect me that much. So this is how I'm making my coffee. I love my coffee like that. Now sometimes if I feel I need a little extra boost, I will add just about a teaspoon of MCT oil in there. You have to remember that anytime you add in any extra fat to your diet, your body is going to burn that fat first. It's going to burn that dietary fat first before it comes after your body fat to use as fuel. So I don't give my body a lot of extra fat to use for this time that I'm wanting to really get into ketosis and to lose weight. Also, I watch the protein that I'm eating. To me, protein, if you eat too much of it, it turns into glucose in your liver. So I eat a moderate amount of protein. A lot of people aim to eat a lot of protein now. I guess maybe it depends on your body and everything, but what works the best for me is eating a moderate amount of protein per meal. Today, I'm going to have 2 meals. I've already had one today, and it wasn't a big meal at all. I believe I had some eggs, I had a steak, and I had some coleslaw, about a cup and a half of cabbage, coleslaw, that keto coleslaw, and all I added into it was a little bit of mayo. And so I added that to my breakfast this morning, and it has been very filling. I had 2 cups of the coffee that I made, and so I have done really well as far as staying under my 20 carbs for the day. And then also I'm going to add something else in for the evening. I'm going to try to add in a small salad or something else to eat because I want to make sure that I am keeping my nutrition up. My husband looked at me today, and also I've been feeling what I've been wearing is getting loose, and he says, hey, you're starting to lose weight again. So when I hear him say that, that makes me feel really, really good because by the time he notices, that means I've already lost some poundage, okay? So I was very happy for that. Um, I have some things that I've added in that I'm taking also, like some Mucinex. I'm taking things like an allergy medicine so that I don't get so congested and so stuffed up. So these things are helping me to cope with what's going on and everything. But I just wanted to come on here and share with you my progress. I wanted to let you know that I am doing fine. I'm making good progress as far as my weight loss. I don't know why, but sometimes it takes some type of a crisis in order for us to start getting our health better, where we really get serious about it. So that same thing is about happened to me when I came back from vacation and I had bloated, swollen up so much from eating all of those foods that I shouldn't have. So I'm back on track. I'm back on point. Now, if you want to join with me for the month of July, you all, concentrating on intermittent fasting, concentrating on eating just 1 and 2 meals a day. If you can go down to just eating 2 meals a day with no snacks, you're going to see some results. But if you are already at 2 meals a day and you're not seeing any results, you're going through menopause and you stalled a lot, you may have to go down to 1 meal a day in order to jumpstart that scale and in order to start losing weight at a pace, that's going to be good for you. I'm going to stand up so that you can see that I am actually really losing weight. So my husband tells me, he says, so you're wearing your cat suit, huh? A cat suit is something for him that's just like a one piece. But I can tell that I am losing weight. My arms are getting smaller. I am getting smaller. And like I always tell everyone, just don't give up. For me, this is a lifestyle. So I gain and I lose. I gain and I lose. And you're going to do the same thing. Once I got that through my head that this is going to be my lifestyle, I'm going to gain weight. I'm going to lose weight. As long as I just know how to lose weight and to do it healthily and at a rate that's good, that I'm not going to hurt myself or anything like that. Now, what works best for me is the ketogenic diet. So that is what I do. I do the keto diet. I try to add in as much exercise as I can. Right here in front of me is my treadmill. I may get on it today and do a little bit of walking. But more than anything, I think I'm going to do mostly some stretching. Now, a lot of my stretching exercises I actually do in the bed in the mornings before I get up. And then I have my weights up front so that if I'm watching TV or anything, I can lift weights. Now, I haven't been doing that here this past, I'd say 5 days as far as like being up in the front working out because I've been in quarantine. So I've been having to stay in the back, keep on a mask, and because I don't want to spread this around. So I just wanted to show you that I am making progress, and all you have to do is just trust the process. Eat the foods that you know you should be eating. Make sure that you're getting enough vegetables in your diet, because when I don't eat enough vegetables, I don't feel good. And you don't have to eat 7 and 8 cups of vegetables a day, because sometimes you can add in some supplements. Now, I try to eat at least about 4 cups of vegetables a day, and then I'm supplementing with potassium and magnesium and vitamin B12 and different things like this in my diet. So find the ways to get your electrolytes and to keep your electrolytes up. whatever works best for you, whether you have to put in a little bit of supplements. But before you do that, make sure you talk to your doctor, because sometimes supplements don't agree with some of the medications that you are taking. Okay? So make sure you check with your doctor to make sure it's okay for you adding these supplements and that you're not going to harm yourself. But this is Keto Granny saying, I just wanted to share with you I'm doing well, still asking for your prayers. Hope to be over, this COVID-19 really, really soon. And I'm just staying focused on what I need to do, what I need to accomplish, because I know that I can, and I know that you can. You just have to focus, and you have to stay on point. If you fall off, just get back on. We all fall off. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect, and nobody has done keto or any diet that they have been perfect on, where they haven't fallen off, where they haven't regained weight or any of that. So this is Keto Granny saying, stay motivated. Look for some type of self-motivation for yourself to keep you going, and you'll do just fine. This is Keto Granny saying until tomorrow, bye-bye.